Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Essentials of Electronics. In today's video, we are going to discuss some basic concepts on monostable multivibrator. In our previous video, we have discussed about multivibrator. A multivibrator is an oscillator circuit which generates non-sinusoidal waveform with the presence of the passive elements and the VCC supply alone. We do not have any input signal. So in that pattern, multivibrator is classified into a stable, monostable and bistable. So today's video we are going to discuss about monostable multivibrator. We will go for the circuit. In this circuit also two transistors are coupled back to back. Yes, in this manner with their emitters grounded. The emitter terminal of the BJT is grounded. Yes, we have a resistor RC1 being supplied with VCC. Yes, another resistor RC2, the other transistor. So we'll name the transistors Q1, Q2 are the transistors C2, E2, B2, B1, E1, C1 being the terminals of transistor Q1, B2, E2, C2 being the transistor terminals of Q2. Now we'll complete the circuit. The base of the transistor T1 is connected to a resistor connected to the collector of C2 transistor, and similarly the base of this transistor Q2 is connected to the collector terminal of Q1 transistor through a capacitor. Yes. So now I hope you understand the difference between the stable multivibrator and monostable multivibrator. In a stable multivibrator, we had 4 resistors and 2 capacitors. Here, the capacitor of Q2 has been replaced by another resistor. So this group of 4 resistor and the capacitor is going to generate the required output waveform. So additionally, here for monostable multivibrator, a trigger pulse is given as the input through a capacitor to the base of the transistor Q1. Yes, let this be resistor R4, C1 capacitor. Yes, so let this capacitor be connected to the collector terminal of Q1, be capacitor C. So as soon as a triggering input is given to this part of the branch, the input signal turns to turn on the base current of the transistor Q1 and activates, thus pushing Q1 to a stable state. Then the other side of the circuit, that is Q2, is in unstable state, which pushes the multivibrator to generate a single shot pulse in the output of the second transistor Q2. So this is the output. Single shot pulse is generated in the output of Q2 transistor. I repeat again, a triggering input pulse is given to the base of the transistor through a capacitor C1. This capacitor C1 blocks the DC component and allows only AC to pass through it. So the diode forward biases and gives the input to the base of the transistor Q1, thus generating a single short pulse. If a negative triggering pulses are now applied at the input, the fast decaying edge of the pulse will pass straight through the capacitor C1 to the base of the transistor Q1 and through the blocking diode forward biasing. The collector of the transistor T1, which was previously at VCC, now drops quickly to below 0 volts, effectively giving capacitor CT a reverse charge of minus 0.7 volts across its plates. This action results in transistor Q2 now having a minus base voltage. So this gives minus 0.0 volts. This is positive and negative. When it is discharging, it will give you minus 0.0 volts, which is given to the base of this transistor. This then represents the circuit second state, the unstable state, with an output voltage equal to VCC. Thus, we get a VCC at the output. As the base voltage of the transistor increases back to VCC, the transistor begins to conduct and doing so turns off again transistor Q1, which results in a monostable multivibrator automatically returning back to its original stable state, awaiting a second negative trigger pulse to restart the process again. Some of the applications of monostable multivibrator are they are used in analog systems to control an output signal frequency for the purpose of synchronizing the line and the frame rate of TV broadcasts to hold the output voltages in unstable state for a certain period, to moderate the tunes of different octaves with electronic organs. This is about monostable multivibrator. In monostable multivibrator, the portion of the transistor through which the input signal is given, that becomes a stable mode, and the other state becomes unstable mode, which in turn oscillates a single short pulse. Thus, a single short pulse is generated in the output of the monostable multivibrator. Thank you.